watching KTUL, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. What you're looking at right now is they're getting ready for what's called the Dog Walk. We're in Miami, Oklahoma for our hometown tailgate. In about 10 minutes, the football players are going to come through, the band, the cheerleaders. Quite a tradition here in Miami.
Yeah, and they all walk together to the stadium for tonight's big game, and they need a win. I hate to admit it, but they haven't had one yet. And tonight is going to be the night. I'm just sure of it. Right, ladies? They got to win.
Yeah.
There are so many great graduates from Miami, and I know that the town is equally proud of all of them, but there are about a handful that are incredibly famous, including Thompson Square. Take a listen.
Maybe that's why it was so hard to believe when you smiled and said to me, "Are you gonna kiss me all night?"
In 2011, they had the most played song on country radio.
We gonna do this so why?
It's a Grammy-nominated #1 platinum hit. For the husband and wife duo, Kiefer and Shauna Thompson, or Thompson Square, the success just keeps coming.
And I can't believe we're saying it. We already have our third single coming out, so it's just it's an unbelievable dream come true, It's definitely a Cinderella story for us.
Kiefer grew up in Miami, playing music, running track, sporting the #10 jersey on the football field, and helping win Miami's first state championship in soccer. But even though he's hit it big, he still has a lot of fond memories of his hometown.
It was your typical small town. I got in a lot of trouble. Got a lot of great friends that I still talk to, and it was just a wonderful place to grow up, and I miss it dearly. Every time I get a chance to come back to Oklahoma, and especially Miami, it's a big deal for me.
Yeah, baby, I love you a lot. I really think we got a shot. Are you gonna kiss me all night?
And Thompson Square is nominated for 2 CMAs. You can watch that November 1st right here on Tulsa's Channel 8. That's also the night that Keith Taylor will be having a more in-depth look at that group and their great history here in Miami.
All right, once again, the Dog Walk coming up in about 10 minutes. You don't want to miss that. Not windy at all right now, isn't it?
Pretty
Beautiful
nice.
evening. Jennifer is back at Oktoberfest. A little bit windy there in Tulsa.
It has been very windy here in Tulsa. You guys are actually pretty lucky. The winds have been a little bit lighter up in Miami. But here in Tulsa today, even with the wind, the temperatures have been fantastic. And we are at the Tulsa Oktoberfest. It has kicked off. Music's going in the beer garden. And we are inside one of the great places to be, where you can actually get bratwurst, Polish sausage. And yes, a lot of folks are working behind the scenes right now with all kinds of wonderful food. We're going to be talking a little bit more about this festival food and what more is on the plate. I cannot wait. But let's go ahead and talk about the weather right now and show you what's going on out there. We are basically looking at strong gusty winds. Our wind advisory in effect until 7 o'clock. So about another hour, that should be lifted. The wind should begin to settle down. Those gusts, though, have been incredible today, up to 40 miles an hour here in Tulsa, even stronger back to the west, like over Stillwater. Check out some of these wind gusts right now being reported at about 44 miles an hour in Stillwater. They have dropped off a little bit here in Tulsa, down to about 29 miles an hour. In Miami, looking at much lighter winds. Temperatures really pleasant. They've been in the 60s. We're sitting at about 63 degrees in some parts. So again, a very mild afternoon. It's the system that came through here yesterday that helped to kick up these winds. If you do have evening plans to head out here to Oktoberfest, it should be a great night. As I said, the wind should be diminishing and dropping off. No excuses not to come out here and enjoy this incredible fair. We'll have more on it a little bit later on. Latoya?
All right, thanks so much for that, Jennifer. It looks like all of you guys are having a great time out and about. All right, well, speaking of the weather, a dust storm shuts down Interstate 35 near the Kansas border. Near blackout conditions have caused at least one accident in Kay County involving multiple cars. Visibility is less than 10 feet and winds are gusting up to 55 miles an hour. And check out what those high winds are doing here in Tulsa. Gusts knocked down a huge tree at 35th and Riverside, and as you can imagine, it's causing a huge headache for drivers. Cleanup is ongoing. Bixby is thundering up as we speak. They're making a pit stop in Bixby to scrimmage with the 66ers and amp up our area for what is sure to be a very exciting season. Channel 8's Caitlin Alexander is live at the Spirit Bank Event Center. And Caitlin, how's it going out there?
Honestly, we wish that we were all inside, don't we, girls?
Yeah, go Thunder!
There it is, right there. The scrimmage with the Thunder and the 66ers kicked off at 6. We caught up with one of the groups that's inside because they were lucky enough to score a special invite.
James Harden, no doubt. Just the way, I want to see the beard, first of all. I kind of want to touch the beard.
Braden Five Coats got his favorite.
I didn't believe him.
And the news that he and his teammates get to see the beard up close and personal still hasn't sunk in.
Well, I think that they're showing appreciation.
By inviting high schoolers to come watch the Thunder rumble in the Spirit Bank Event Center Thursday night with the 66ers.
It'll be right at capacity.
All 3,700 seats, some going to season ticket holders, others to high schoolers and other groups lucky enough to score an invite. This is the Thunder's first of 2 stops in the Tulsa area this week. They're playing a sold-out game at the BOK Center Friday.
This is not just Oklahoma City's team. This is the state of Oklahoma's team.
And Bryluski says that's been the goal since day one.
That's from a grassroots all the way up and down. That's how you get people behind you, and that's really what's happened.
Now, the Bixby boys basketball team told us they understand that Bixby might not be the #1 tourist destination for the team, but they nonetheless really appreciate that they made a stop here. Can I get one last Thunder Up, girls?
Thunder Up!
There it is, live in Bixby. Caitlin Alexander, Tulsa's Channel 8.
All right, thanks so much for that, Caitlin. Now to some more serious news. A clergy abuse watchdog group is taking aim at Tulsa's Victory Christian Center. SNAP accuses the megachurch of doing damage control instead of caring for a 13-year-old girl allegedly raped by a worker. 5 Victory employees are charged for waiting 2 weeks to report child abuse. They pleaded not guilty, and 2 of them want the charges dropped because by law, rape is not considered child abuse. Police are trying to figure out who fired 14 shots in a home near the Tulsa Country Club. It happened overnight on North Union Place. 7 people were inside at the time, but luckily no one got hurt. However, police say a little girl was asleep in the living room at the time and was nearly shot in the head. A Union High School senior is sentenced for taking a picture of a mentally disabled student using the men's restroom. Prosecutors say 18-year-old Jonathan DeVito sent the photo out on Twitter. DeVito pleaded guilty. A judge sentenced him to 15 months deferred probation and 60 hours of community service. 20 hours must be served talking to kids about bullying. Tulsa police say that thieves are targeting cell phone stores. There have been 4 burglaries in the last 2 weeks, and TPD thinks that 2 men are behind all of them. But a worker at one of the stores says they have something for them, and it's probably not what you think. Classic smash and grabs caught on camera. 4 in just 2 weeks. Each time, police say the thieves broke through the front glass door, climbed in, and took whatever they could. Bone Doctors was the first target.
He knew where to go.
Brandon Gaffney says it's as if the suspect had shopped here before. Police don't doubt it. They believe the suspects cased the store along with this Sprint on 41st near Sheridan and this Boost Mobile at 31st and Garnett along with one other.
The thing about it, these phones, some of the newer ones are $400 or $500. They're grabbing those brands, and more than likely they're selling them on the street for maybe $50 to $100.
And parts are also profitable. Bone Doctor says there's no way to remedy that. It ends up eating the costs. But they're not sure about the total amount just yet.
Just, I guess, the monster of doing business in retail with electronic devices sometimes that are kind of high end.
The store is beefing up security and appealing to a higher power to intervene. Brandon says he'd like to sit down with whoever eyed the cases and cell phones here. He says he and others at the store have done it before, relying on their faith to set a crook straight.
This is the cornerstone of our business. That's how we try to do our business. That's how we try to live our lives.
And police believe the suspects were in a silver or gray 4-door vehicle. The suspect descriptions are also vague. So if you can help, call Crime Stoppers at 918-596-COPS. Well, when we come back, Mark and Kristen are live again in Miami, and they're cooking up another delicious tailgate recipe.
And I'm at the 2012 Tulsa Oktoberfest. We're here at the German American Society of Tulsa's food tent. Amazing food. We're going to talk more about this fair food in just a moment. Hey, everybody, welcome back. I am right in the middle of the dog walk. It's with all of the players, band members standing by. We are walking to the stadium. I'm here with Jeff. And Jeff, what is this like for you walking down the dog walk? Such a tradition. What's it like for you?
It just gets you really motivated and ready to play. And it gets you excited, and you see the support that you get from your whole town. It just makes you ready to play and get a win.
I love it. Well, good luck tonight, guys. I know you're going to be awesome. Now, on the side here, we have the great music from the band, and they have really won a lot in the past few years. So many great experiences, and it's
nice to have them here cheering everybody on as well. Troy and Kyle, brag about the band just a little bit. Tell me about your accomplishments recently.
We've been working hard every day at the band room, and we just got won in our state contest at Skytick, so it's been a lot of fun.
Congratulations. And recently you all got to play in the BCS Championship game in New Orleans. What was that like for you, Toy?
Big time. We're a small town. So
amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, your band sounds great, and thank you again for having us out here today. Again, the whole community standing by, walking with the football players into the stadium as we speak. Mark, I know you're with a great group of folks who are also here to support everybody.
Yeah, what an awesome sight. That's where everyone went. Thanks, Kristen. Here I'm joined by some of the Miami firefighters. You're even out here grilling today. Good to see that. And it's good to see that you're bringing awareness to a great cause here with your pink T-shirts.
Yes, the American Cancer Society, we're selling them all month for breast cancer awareness. The union and one of our local members owns a print shop, so we're going to, for all month long, we're going to be selling them at the North and South stations. They're $10 a piece, and all the money goes to for breast cancer awareness.
Appreciate that. Joel Harris with the Miami Fire Department here. And have you seen a celebration or a get-together like this?
It's pretty good turnout tonight. Real good turnout.
Good. And thanks for all you guys do. And you went out on a call about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, so you're working and grilling at the same time.
Yeah, we do it all.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. And good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. That's here from Miami, and it's Miami versus Bonita tonight, our hometown tailgate, and it should be a good game. The evening is perfect for this. So let's go to Oktoberfest now, and that's where Jennifer Zeppelin is. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey guys, yeah, from Miami to Tulsa, it is amazing. The weather has turned out to be spectacular here in Tulsa tonight. Even though the winds have been extremely strong with gusts up to 40 miles an hour, the winds are not keeping folks away. The temperatures are amazing. Right now, though, we are in the food tent of the German American Society of Tulsa. Leon Boggs is joining me. He is the president. We've got some amazing foods, obviously all German, and we're talking about sausages. You cannot come to a German festival without having potato cakes and also having the sausages. You've got an incredible group of people helping out. Tell us a little bit about what people can get here.
Well, in our food booth, they can get the bratwurst with kraut, a smoked brat with kraut. This one right here is just a Polish sausage. And of course, we have the American hot dog for those who don't like German sausage. The always staple potato pancake with applesauce and a German brownie. And then we have a kid drink and iced tea.
Now, I got to say, Leon, I mean, to make a food tent or, go well and at a big event like this, starting today, going through Sunday, you got to have a lot of folks helping you out.
Yeah, actually, we started yesterday. We have 350 volunteer shifts to get through this festival. Many of the volunteers work multiple shifts out here.
And you've got a great one here. Young and old alike. Patrick, so tell me what you think about working out here.
I think it's really fun. I like it.
So what are you working on today?
I'm doing buns. I'm making buns and putting hot dogs in them and stuff like that.
Awesome, Patrick. We'll come out, make sure that everybody comes out and visits Patrick, visits the German American Society of Tulsa. Thank you, Leon. Fantastic stuff. Can't wait to sink my teeth into one of those. Oh, amazing sausages. Should be a great night and really a great time to be able to enjoy all the fair food. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather, show you what's going on. Boy, that big storm system that came through here yesterday came through dry for us. The big concern, though, is that while the storm system pulled out of the region, the low pressure system up in the Great Lakes region is combining with a high down over parts of Texas, what we call the pressure gradient. The lines of equal pressure kicking up some serious wind. System is slowing down, not moving out, and it looks like eventually throughout the day tomorrow, things will start to diminish on the wind department. Much calmer conditions moving in for the weekend. As far as the winds go, big concerns, though, still remain at least for another 45 minutes or so. Wind advisory remains in effect till 7 o'clock from Tulsa to Bartlesville. Some of it has expired. Still some fire danger concerns if a fire were to start, especially over parts of Pawhuska and Pawnee. But it looks like a lot of this will expire here within the next 45 minutes. But those gusts will continue 40 miles an hour, dropping off to 30 here, I think, after about 7 o'clock. Wind gusts right now, strongest back to the west. Stillwater, around 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, 20 here in town. A little bit lighter back to the northeast between Pryor, Miami, even Grove area. But again, those winds sustained will be strong. As we take a look at sustained winds, general direction coming from the northwest. Again, those winds will range anywhere from 5 to 20 miles an hour. I do think we'll see them dropping off and diminishing. Temperatures amazing, really. Overall, even with this front passing through and seeing about a 10-degree drop from those 80s we saw last couple of days, we're in the 60s and 70s. It looks like we'll see another cool day, or at least another seasonal day, as we head into tomorrow. Now, the morning lows tomorrow morning will generally be around in the upper to mid 40s, so close to normal for this time of the year. Maybe a few little passing clouds over extreme northeastern Oklahoma, but I think overall dry conditions. The system not going to bring in any moisture. Pulls out, northwesterly winds kick in again tomorrow afternoon, 60s and 70s. But boy, we are going to see a huge warm up into the weekend. Planning on heading out to that OSU homecoming game. Looks like we'll see highs in the 80s back in Stillwater, even here in Tulsa. Winds will diminish. We'll start to see a chance of rain, though, returning to the area around Monday. Again, we're at the 2012 Tulsa Oktoberfest. Got kicked off today. Will last through Sunday. Only cost about $6 to come out here for a family. I'd say that is a great time. LaToya?
Yes, it is. It's not too much on the pocketbook. And it looks like you're having a great time, Jennifer. Thank you so much for that. All right, you guys, when we come back, it's Touchdown Thursday, and our game of the week is Cascia Hall at Fort Gibson. John Moss is next with a preview.
Welcome back to our Touchdown Friday night game of the week in Fort Gibson, where the Tigers are taking on Cascia Hall. Coach Joe Medina from the Commandos is joining me now. Pretty decent start to your first year in Class 4A, I'd say 7-0.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the kids. You know, they've accepted the challenge, and every time we've gone out, we've won. So hopefully that trend continues tonight.
When I spoke with you before the season, you said one of the things you were, I guess, concerned about the most was the travel. And so far, this string of road games, I mean, like I said, undefeated. Did it surprise you at all how well the kids handled the travel?
No, really, we haven't traveled a whole lot this year. You know, the farthest game we had to play was down in Salisaw, right. But it's been good. You know, I think the kids have handled the step up in competition really well. They've really kind of embraced the challenge, and that's why we sit here with this big game tonight against an excellent Fort Gibson team.
Not to knock any of the teams you've played, but this undefeated Fort Gibson team, is this going to be the toughest challenge your kids have faced so far this season?
Yeah, there's no question. They're just so talented, especially offensively and explosive, and they have tremendous size. So we've got our work cut out tonight.
When you look at your side, what's a key you could give those at home that won't be able to make it out here as far as your team to get to 8-0 after tonight?
Well, I think what we need to do is hold on to the ball and really control the clock, you know, and have some of these good long Cascia Hall long drives so we can keep their offense off the field.
And is the key defensively for your team, Jake Gandra, just watch him and stop him, try to at least?
Well, you know, there's him, and then there's also Singleton, the quarterback, that is an outstanding football player, and they've got a pretty good fullback back there that when they give him the ball, he can run tough too.
Coach, I appreciate it.
Thank you
Good
very
luck
much.
tonight.
All righty.
That's it for our Touchdown Friday night game of the week. Should be a great one between Fort Gibson and Cascia Hall. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, John. I am here with head coach of the War Dogs, Rick Woods. Love the first name, by the way, Coach.
Yeah, it's a popular name,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We are really impressed with your community. Is this what we can expect every time we come to a War Dog game?
These guys know how to do it right. You know, they've been very supportive of us all year. And, you know, people that live here know we've been going through some pretty hard times, but they've kept coming out and kept supporting their kids and our community, and we're very proud of them.
Had tons of injuries this season. How hard has it been to work through those?
It's sometimes we haven't worked through them very well, actually, but yeah, we have had a lot of injuries to deal with. We got 3 offensive starters out tonight, but you know, truth of the matter is, you know, we're going to play tonight, and you know, we've got a rivalry here with Veneta, and you know, I fully expect both teams are going to come out and compete real hard.
You have a very young team. You were telling me only 5 seniors on this ball club. Have you seen your team mature and gain, I guess, the knowledge of football from the very first week of the game season?
We have, because we've had to play a lot of young kids. We've actually played a lot of freshmen, and they've had to grow up early, and you know, probably wasn't real fair to them, but you know, they signed up to play, and by God, they're going to play.
What will be the key for you guys against the Hornets tonight?
Well, we got to eliminate turnovers. We got to make sure we control the football and not give up any big plays defensively. And if we do that, I think we've got a good chance.
All right. I don't have a War Dog head on tonight, but I'm predicting you guys to be the winners tonight. So go out there and get it done.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
Coach. Appreciate you.
We'll give you a paw. Does that help?
That works.
We
Yeah.
have a War Dog paw. We're going to get a win tonight, War Dogs. We're going to get a win.
Absolutely. Get that first win of the season.
And just a big thank you to Miami and surrounding communities. This is a personal favorite. It's overwhelming to see how many people came to just watch the live shot and the girls.
Yeah,
players.
Coach, you have a lot to be proud
Thanks,
of.
Coach.
A lot. You know, you have great community support here, and good luck tonight.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you at 10 o'clock. Go Dogs!